Welcome to another episode of New Belt Day Review. The show is called New Belt Day Review, but today we're looking at 80s classics. 3 of my favorite classics from back in the 80s when I think all belts were better. I am Serge Moore, and these are all made by Classic Shields. Probably the best belt maker outside this country. 2 of these have Romeo Anderson leather. The other one has Classic Shield leather, which is actually not that bad. So let's take a look at these. I have always loved all 3 of these, and I'll tell you a little story for each one. This one, well, let's start over here. This was my first Classic Shield belt. I'd heard all about them, seen them online, always thought they were beautiful. Someone I knew on the wrestling groups was offering to sell it for a long time and wanted a whole lot of money for it. And finally I saw it on there and I said, man, let me see what I can do. And I worked out a deal with him where he accepted a couple of belts and some cash. And I had myself my first Classic Shield belt. And let me tell you something, when it arrived, I was hooked. I said, good Lord, the plates on this are some of the most beautiful plates. I'd had 2 other Bulldog tags from eBay and the groups, and they were both like really subpar, very bad quality. And when I got this one, I just sold the other one. I was like, what's the point? I mean, this thing made them look like they were made out of cardboard. The leather is made by Classic Shield, like I said, and it's not bad. It has the WWF logo imprinted on the leather. And the only thing, obviously, I think anybody that knows about belts is going to know that the side plates are on in the wrong order. The stars are supposed to be on the outside. That's okay. I don't mind that. It's not a big deal to me. I'm not a stickler for details like that. But when I got this and then I got the feel, the beauty of these plates, look at this. It is gorgeous. It shines. It is heavy. The leather is really good. It's very thick. It does not feel like overseas leather at all. Okay, so that's the first one. Now I got that, and I was like, man, that's a nice belt. Okay, so next thing I know, another guy posts, man, I got 2 tag team belts, the WWF Classics on Romeo leather Classic Shields plates. I was like, man, I know what I got here. So, bought them. Paid a pretty big chunk for them, but I was even more amazed than this one. And then probably because it does have the Romeo Anderson leather. But man, 4mm plates, thick, deep etching on all the plates. The side plates have a nice curve to them, as does the main plate. The leather is beautiful. Obviously came with a tip, just a tip, and it is just gorgeous. Nothing wrong with this belt. I told the guy when he sold it to me, thank you. And I had again another dual-plated tag, and I sold it because this again made it look like it was made by Jax. So then we moved on. This was one of my last purchases, actually. And another friend says, hey man, you know, I was looking for a Classic Shields Intercontinental. I posted everywhere. I'm looking for a Classic Shields red logo Intercontinental. He says, man, I don't have that, but I have a Classic Shields Winged Eagle on Romeo Anderson leather. I already had a Winged Eagle. It was a dual plated. This one is all gold. And he says, man, I'll let it go a little cheap because the plating, it was bad. It had missing plating on this side. Some of the side plates needed plating. The leather was dirty. Some of the plates were a little dirty. Obviously, I know I can take care of all that, so I said, send it on up, man. I paid for it, got it. It needed work, like he said, but I went ahead and cleaned it up. I think by the next day, it looked like this. You know, I plated it. I buffed it, plated it. I plated the side plates, cleaned the leather, and Viola, you have probably one of the nicer Winged Eagles that I've ever held. It also, my other Winged Eagle didn't have the tooling around the logo plate, which I really think is always a must. This one did. I love that Classic Shield always does that. Again, side plates curve, and look at the curve. Look at the curve on that middle, on that main plate. That is ridiculous. This is personally probably one of my favorite belts besides the Intercontinental, as everybody knows, and the Big Eagle is another huge favorite of mine, and I have two of those too. I'm never gonna finish. But anyway, again, gorgeous. It is not HD, you know, but I've been told and I've seen around that if you look at the tail feathers on the Winged Eagle, and if the tail feathers are just lines going down, it's not great art. It's not Millikan art. If you got this where it's actual detail in the feathers, obviously I've seen better than this. I've seen some actual Millikans that put this to shame. But if you're not looking to spend thousands and wait 10 years, Classic Shields for a lot less, you get pretty close to what the actual belt was like. So all of them are absolutely amazing. All of them are in great leather. You can never ever go wrong with a Classic Shield belt. Even if it hasn't been taken care of, you can take it, clean it up, fix it, get somebody to plate it, and you got a beautiful belt for probably a lot less than you would pay if you went to Millikan or Parks or something like that. So that's all I had today, guys. I just wanted to show you my 3 of my favorite belts, all Classic Shields, all beautiful, all from the greatest decade of wrestling belts known to man, the 80s. So I want to thank you all for watching. Please leave comments, suggestions, cash. I'm always looking for cash. Leave the comments down below. Thank you for watching. We got more videos coming up. And like I always say, be good to each other because each other is all we got.